This demo is going about the adoption of SOA architecture in large organizations. If you see this picture here, this is taken from Thomas Earle's book on SOA governance, and it shows you the different project phases and the people involved. So if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that there is quite a few people and different roles involved in the different project phases. In this demo, we will just model 3 of these boxes. We will have analysis phase, we'll have a design phase, and we'll have a implementation phase. Just as we previously did with the release workflow, we will now open up the simplified project lifecycle workflow. If this project is kicked off, it will enter a wait state where it's waiting for analysis documents to be uploaded to the SRAM repository. When they are uploaded, those artifacts will be classified as in review. At that point, a business analysis review meeting needs to be called, and the different parties need to look at these documents and make sure that they all approve of it. If everybody gives their approval, then this artifact will pass and will get classified as such and will enter the design stage. If it doesn't pass, it basically loops around. You'll have to submit another version until everybody's happy with the requirements. The files for this demo can be found in the DTGov distribution. Again, go to the demos directory, and in the demos directory you'll find a project demo. As you can see in here, there are 3 subdirectories. So we're going to go import this project into Eclipse. So we can simply import them as existing Maven projects. So in this demo, we are uploading artifacts 3 times compared to 1 in the previous demos. We're uploading requirements, we're uploading a design, and then finally we're uploading an implementation. So in order to group these things together, we're going to use the SRAM grouping capability. So all these 3 artifacts will be grouped. And the way to do that is in the parent POM, we're specifying an artifact grouping on the URL. And we're adding the project group ID and the project version in as part of the project grouping's name. On the other hand, we will kick off a workflow by looking for a grouping that has a name that starts with project. So let's go in the requirements directory. And we're going to upload this requirements doc. The requirements doc is, by the way, in the Maven resources directory. There's a very complicated requirements doc. I'm going to upload it to SRAM. And That looks like it was successful. So let's go to the browser. All right, let's filter this with artifacts we created today. Here we go. So we'll see that we have a Java archive. This contains the requirements document. We have a POM, and we have here an artifact grouping. So let's look at the artifact grouping. We can see that it groups currently just the requirements. And also we see that it has the workflow attached to it. So workflow was kicked off. So if we go back to this wait state, then we see that it is waiting for an event ID of analysis artifacts complete. So what happens now is that you can specify this signal event in your POM. So let's go to the requirements documents POM. Let's open this up. In here, you'll see that we define a property that's called signal. And we've called this signal analysis artifacts complete. So if we go back to the SRAM browser and we look at the custom properties, we see here that this property, this Maven property, was added. So when DTGov senses that an artifact, a POM, was uploaded with a signal, it will go travel its relationship up to the group and find the accompanying workflow, and it's going to signal that workflow with this value. And that means in the design time, we should now have a human task waiting for us. So now that the requirements documents have been uploaded, a meeting can be called to review these documents, and then people can sign off on them. So let's go to the design time console. We should have a task waiting for us here. So the business analyst can act on this task. He can claim it, start it, and if everything is happy, everyone signs off on it, we can mark this as passed. And there should be no more tasks until you see here we've passed the business analysis review meeting, and we are now waiting here for the architectural design documents to be completed. So if we go to the second project, the project service API, then we can upload the design. The design doc in this case is a WSDL. So as this finishes, we have now a design contract uploaded, and we should be able to see those in the repository. So let's quickly go back to the repository, and if you go to the project, we should see the relationships, and we should see here that we have the API jar as well. So let's go to this API jar, to the POM actually, and you'll see that a signal was sent that the architecture artifacts were complete. So the workflow has now proceeded to hear that we can now have a design review meeting. So a meeting can be called, and people can, the architect, in this case with architect role, can sign off on this task. So we can claim this, start this, and pass this. And now the workflow is waiting here for a signal that the developers checked in the implementation of this service. So that would happen in the third project. So if we go to the service implementation and we upload this, then it sends the final signal, and there'll be another task waiting for us in the task inbox. The upload completed, so let's go back to our task inbox and refresh this, and there you go. So the outcome of this meeting is favorable as well. We can mark this as passed and complete. So now the workflow moves to adds another classification, and it moves to complete, which completes the demo as well.